Well, hello people of the internet, my name is Kevin and welcome back to another video. Okay, so for today's video guys, I asked you over on Twitter which video you would like to see, and the one that won is obviously the one that I'm filming right now, and that is how to read or make time for reading during school and college. I'm not sure what I'm titling this video right now, but I know it's gonna be like how to read or to make time to read when you're in school or college. That's basically the whole general gist of this video. So I have compiled 5 little tips that I use myself, and they sometimes work, they sometimes don't work, but they're the only 5 tips that I could suggest to you. If you're more motivated than I am at sometimes, then this will work for you. And yeah, so I'm just going to tell you guys these 5 tips now, and hopefully they will make you make more time for reading or to get more reading done when you were in college and school, because I know sometimes just the work builds up and you just get nothing done. I know exactly where you're coming from. That's what happened to me. Like the first semester of my first year of college, I just never read anything. But then my second year, I managed to read loads and still do my college work at the same time. So I got you covered. The first tip would be to listen to an audiobook. Now, for audiobooks, these are great things because firstly, you can read them as you're driving to college, when you're driving to school, driving back from college, driving back from school. If you're getting the train into college or school, you can listen to it there. If you're walking, anything like that, really just for commuting, it's such a great thing to listen to, and it just you're getting reading done whilst you're going to college or school. It's just something you can get done as you're doing your tasks that you have to do to get to school, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm so driving right now. Look how fast I'm going. Look, see? This is really all going by the window. I'm actually driving. Yeah, yay, look, I'm driving. But wait, I'm going to listen to an audiobook. You are reading a book that you want to read by an author that you have heard great things about and that you have been meaning to read for a very long time. This book also may contain the very line that you love the most. I didn't realize I was holding my breath. So, enjoy. Chapter 1. My second tip would be to read during free periods. Now, free periods are a great thing and a horrible thing at the same time. They're horrible because I would just rather go straight to class and get to go home earlier. But sometimes in college or in high school in America, I'm not sure if there's a thing in like English schools. I know it's not a thing in Irish schools. We don't have free periods. And so I just know this is a thing in America and in college in Ireland, of course. You can have like a 1 hour gap before your next class, or you can have a 2 hour, and sometimes in college you have like 3 hours before your next class. So during this time, you could read. Just take out a book, or if you want to use your audiobook and be really, really like unsociable in college and so no one speaks to you, which, you know, relatable. You can read a book, just go to like the library or something where it's nice and quiet, or like in like the places that you can just chill around on campus or in school and just read your book, and you'll get your reading done while you're waiting for your next class in school. Tip number 3 would be to do read-alongs. Now, the only bad thing about doing read-alongs is it's very hard in real life to find someone that actually reads the same kind of books as you do. If you do manage to find someone like that, that is great. And you can, like, if you're in college or if you're in high school or secondary school or whatever, you and your friend can then decide to read a book, and like every night you're going to read so much of this book so that you can discuss it with them the next day. This way, no matter, every night you're going to want to read so many pages of this book so that when you go in the next day you can discuss it with your friend in school. It's just a good way to get reading done while you're in school, because after your homework you're going to want to read this for fun, just so that you and your friend have something to talk about in school the next day. And yeah, that's just a really, really great way. As I've said, it's just really hard to actually find people who read the same kind of books as you do. My 4th tip would be to read while you bathe. Now, this is an odd one, but just hear me out. So, when you come home from like a day in college or school, you need to have, you know, just a relaxing time from, like, say they're after giving you all these essays you need to have due, and it's just, you're getting really stressed about it. So it's nice to have a nice bath. Or if you don't like baths, then this tip isn't going to really work for you, because unless you know how to read in the shower, which you might be able to do it, you could have something that's like waterproof so that you can listen to music, your audiobook in the shower. So yes, if you can manage to do that, that's great too. But otherwise, you can just like have a relaxing time after a long day in school or college with all these essays due, all this assignments you need to have done, and you can just have a nice bath and read while you're in the bath. This way, you're getting yourself relaxed from all the stress that school is causing for you. 2, you're getting yourself clean for the next day in school that you don't smell. And thirdly, you're getting reading done. So you're taking off 3 things. So really, this is a good way for your health more than just getting reading done. Let's ignore the fact that I'm in a bath with all my clothes on and there's no water in here at all, but I'm pretending that I'm looking like I'm reading. And my 5th and final tip would be to set reading goals. Now, with reading goals, I mean like when you go to bed that night after school and college, you go to bed and you say you're going to read like 50 pages before you go to sleep. And this way you're motivated to get those 50 pages done before you go to sleep. The thing is, just do not pick unrealistic goals. Like, do not say, I'm going to read this entire book before I go to sleep, because that way you're going to end up staying up till like 3 o'clock in the morning or maybe like 6 o'clock in the morning, get no sleep done, and then you're just going to fall asleep in school. And as much as we'd all love to fall asleep in school, you actually do need to pay attention sometimes so that you actually are learning, which it's debatable. Like, I would honestly love to just sleep in school, like it would just be great, but you do have to actually pay attention, which is a sad thing. Okay guys, so I just want to let you know that I plan on reading this whole book before I go to sleep tonight, and hopefully I will get it done before I have to wake up for school in the morning.
A few moments later.
So yes guys, they are my 5 tips for how to read more during the school or college period. Now, let me know if any of these tips work for you or if you're going to try any of these tips. I honestly use the audiobook one, the one when I read in the bath, or when I go to bed, I'll set like a little reading goal. They're the 3 that I use the most often. The read-alongs one I do mainly with like people on BookTube or like on the internet. So I don't really have them to talk with in school. Like, only time I ever talk with someone in person about a book is when I'm in college and we have to do a book. We have to read a book for that class. So yeah, let me know, as I said, if you're going to try any of these out, if this video was helpful in any way possible or at all. So other than that, I will see you guys all in my next video on Sunday, which is going to be a father and son Sunday, which I know I didn't post one last month, so I hope some of you are excited about that. So yeah, see you guys on Sunday. Bye.